MartiniInTheMorning.com, the big bad voodoo daddy, big butt rabbit. That's a big rabbit.
Hi, kids.
Frightening. How often do you have a big rabbit? And I thought with all the carrots that rabbits eat, why would you need glasses, Mr. Bunny Rabbit?
An aging rabbit here.
I see.
Everyone eventually needs glasses.
And how old would you be in rabbit years? Really old.
Number of 100 of years.
All right, so the Daddy-O's Martini guys are here for.
We're here.
They're here for our Easter weekend cocktails on MartiniInTheMorning.com. Okay, so what are we doing today?
We're going to be doing some drinks for Easter.
John Apodaca. If you're watching,
Yes.
from,
There we go.
From left to right, of course, the old Mother Miriam over here, John Apodaca, and Harvey the Rabbit. Mark Barkley. I've heard he does some hopping from here to there, but bar hopping.
Bar hopping. Oh, yeah.
Hippity hop.
Bar hopper way back.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're doing egg cocktails.
All of them have egg?
All of them have egg in it.
That's right.
Yes, get over your fear of eggs in cocktails. They're really, really a wonderful ingredient.
We all need protein.
And
That's
we all
right.
need protein. You know.
So you're getting your protein while you're having a cocktail.
You
So
are. It
what can be
balances
so
out
bad
the
about
carbs,
that?
The carbs in the cocktail
Often
and the protein.
Often from Mother Miriam, cocktails lead to protein. Because she has to have like a greasy breakfast the next morning.
Oh, there you go. Greasy breakfast is good
my
for cocktails.
promise is going to be over soon.
Your promise?
That I was going to behave.
That you were going to behave.
Yeah, I was going to behave. We're going to quiet it down.
Oh my!
But you're looking for trouble, baby.
You're going to quiet
And
it
you're
down.
going to get it.
Where did
We're
that
doing
come from?
egg
Okay.
drinks for Easter
Egg
weekend.
drinks for Easter.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes. And
Where do we begin?
Oh,
we're
okay.
beginning with the Los Angeles cocktail
Okay.
from 1935. At least it's the 1935 edition
of
Old Mr.
Boston's Guide.
And if you were watching before we started here, I was fresh squeezing the juices ahead of time. Which, if you're doing a party, it's always nice if you just have them already
Ready to go.
squeezed and you just.
But now you
Pour them
use
out.
fresh juices instead of what would a cheesy bar
sweet and
use?
sour.
They use sweet and sour.
Now you can make your own sweet and sour, which really isn't bad, but it's only good if you make it right before you're going to be doing the drinks. It's not something you want to store. And sweet and sour you buy in the stores have very little actual ingredients in it. It's all chemicals.
And it doesn't go bad.
And it
just
never
sits
goes
there.
bad. That's always a bad sign.
Can we get this?
Oh yes, you can. Is this?
I broke it.
Is that better? Okay, is that good?
Yeah, we just want to get
Can
a
we
little
hear?
closer to you.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
But yeah, so fresh juices, you always want to do that.
Okay.
That's as you know if you've been listening to us.
These guys do. These are real cocktails. This
These
isn't
are
chemical
real.
stuff you get at
Exactly.
a cheesy.
So let's go. Let's do. You want to start making
Yeah,
Los Angeles
let's start
then?
doing the Los Angeles.
And while you're making it, this is going to. Here's the lemon, right here. Whoops! And we're actually gonna do all of the drinks right in front of your eyes here. Usually we try to streamline the operation and do some ahead of time. But this time we're gonna do everything right in front of you.
We thought about streamlining our operation here, but couldn't get Mother Miriam to leave.
Oh my! And it's only the beginning, and we haven't even had any drinks yet, guys. This is us as we usually are.
We were ready. I was actually ready a couple hours ago. But.
So we're gonna do. You can see John there pouring in. It's gonna be the juice of one lemon. This is lemon.
Okay, cool. Just making
Juice.
sure.
Oh no, that's fine. Juice of one lemon. 1.5 ounces of rye or bourbon. Rye is a little more intense. We're using Rittenhouse Rye 100 proof, which is really intense and really good. But if you haven't, you should do some taste testing between bourbons and ryes. They have bourbon is much smoother and a little milder. Rye, of course, has rye in it, so it's a little more intense, but it's a good flavor. It's mixes really well too. It stands up to the citrus very well. He's also going to put in a teaspoon of powdered sugar, and this uses a whole egg per serving. So he's going to also put in 2 eggs.
What were we talking about egg sizes yesterday?
Oh, that's right. Yes, egg sizes. That's something we haven't brought up. Many of these recipes are from the 1800s and the early 20th century. And eggs did not get to be giant, supersized eggs until much later in the 20th century. So when they're talking about putting a whole egg in one of these cocktails, they're what we'd think of as maybe quail egg size, the very small eggs. So when we use eggs that you buy at the supermarket, the large ones, those are much larger. So you can probably use like 1 egg for every 2 cocktails. But of course, it's up to you. But the egg size, eggs have really changed shape over the last 100 years since a lot of these cocktails were made.
So I'm just going to use 1.
Yeah, let's just do 1 for the 2. We're doing 2 servings here. And he's going to do 1. And did you do a dash of sweet vermouth in there?
Already did it.
Oh, right on. Okay.
This is the Los Angeles cocktail. What was any idea of the origin?
Actually, no. We were thinking maybe for the Olympics, which had happened a few years ago. 32 Olympics, maybe. Perhaps somebody was commemorating that. This is... Oh, I'm sure she does. She was there.
I ran in those ones.
She was a bartender.
At that point,
she probably invented the drink.
She probably did.
This is the Los Angeles cocktail.
Yeah, we don't know. Anybody who has any information about this, we'd love to know some more about it. It's simply from the 1935 Bartender's Guide, which means it's either from 1935 or before, because there are a lot of older drinks in there as well.
It's all in alphabetical order if you want to find it in there.
There you go. And here we go. And you shake. And about shaking, you want to shake it with plenty of ice because you want to emulsify the egg. And this is one that you really do have to shake. You can't. We're all about really shaking a cocktail as opposed to a few slopping it back and forth and pouring it in a glass.
Right.
I mean, this is what you got to do.
I'm kind of thinking. I've been trying the last few days to emulsify Mother Miriam.
And you just got to keep shaking. That's the secret.
It must be it.
And there we go. Okay, and look at that. It's a beautiful color, and it's really, really tasty. The egg makes it really smooth, and this is just a really good cocktail.
Los Angeles cocktail.
Los Angeles cocktail.
John and Mark from Daddy-O's Martinis are cocktail consultants on MartiniInTheMorning.com.
And there we go. Yes, just 2 for this. That's right. 1 for you and 1 for Brad. And here we go.
Lauren, you want to taste the
last drink?
Here.
There we go.
Yeah, you can say L'chaim.
Lauren?
Here we go. Would you
Slancha.
take a picture?
Slanja.
Slanjava.
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 All right, let's try it. Yeah, don't spill anything on the console. Al, the engineer, will have a fit. He's not worried about the console. He's worried about wasting liquor.
Is it a little sour?
Finishing this.
Okay.
That's good.
Have a good time.
The Los Angeles cocktail. John and Mark, Daddy-O's Martinis. Whoo, that's good.
It's that rye.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
The Los Angeles cocktail and Frank Sinatra.
Sure.
L.A. is my lady on Martini in the Morning. The Daddy-O's Martini guys, John and Mark, are cocktail consultants, and Frank Sinatra on Martini in the Morning. I forget which microphone I'm on. MartiniInTheMorning.com. Mother Miriam was getting tipsy after one sip of that. That's the Los Angeles cocktail from the Daddy-O's Martini guys on MartiniInTheMorning.com. It's our Easter weekend and they're all egg.
These are all eggs.
Egg-based
egg-based, or they have either egg yolk or egg white. We tried to get a cocktail with different. Each cocktail has a different ingredient.
Right.
This one that we just did, the Los Angeles, has a whole egg. The one we're going to do next, the Leroy cocktail, only has the egg yolk in it. And each of them give a different consistency and just give some body.
Apparently we got some folks listening that are in the chat lounge.
Yes.
who are at work.
Yes.
And they have some rude coworkers and bosses who insist on talking while you're giving the ingredients. So if you miss any of this, we'll have the interview up on the website, up on MartiniInTheMorning.com later today. You'll click on air and then interview, so you can go back through it in the privacy of your own home, or as you're trying to make these drinks yourself. That's what I'm going to do.
That's a great idea, actually. Yes.
What was
this? Is Los Angeles.
Yeah, we haven't given it.
This is the Los Angeles. Yeah, we did. I did it while you were.
Juice of 1 lemon.
Yes.
1 ounce.
1.5 ounces of rye or bourbon. We used rye.
What's the difference, really? I mean, taste-wise, what's it? I don't know the
rye,
dark liquor.
Well, rye, like rye bread, it's the same. It's the caraway that gives it that sharpness, sort of sour sharp, which I love.
I love rye.
That is actually used in the making of rye whiskey.
Got it.
And it just has a lot of it in there. And bourbon does not have that ingredient.
I think we have all this stuff at home. I think the only thing we might not have is sweet vermouth.
Sweet vermouth.
And Karen, the store where she has her LA junk now,
Yes.
Bubba's Antiques and Mercantile.
Oh, nice.
They have chickens, so I know we have access
Fresh
to
eggs.
Fresh eggs.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fresh
exactly.
eggs.
So we're
Very
all
good.
set. We're all set.
Right on. Okay.
What's next?
Well, next is Leroy, as we were.
Do I have to
was
stop?
talking about. This is this only gets the egg yolk in this one. And let's see here. What is this from?
Okay, this is from was found in where's that book at?
Oh, we always bring our library with us. Well, that's
This
old
one,
Mr.
this one,
Boston.
this
Here
one.
we go.
This is the one I wanted.
This is another. It's a reprint of an old book from 1930,
1930s.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's from Ciro's in London.
yeah, not the Ciro's in L.A.
Yeah, this was a very famous London club called Ciro's.
And the cocktail is also mentioned by Al Hirschfield.
Oh, that's
in
a
his book-
great
in the
book.
book. Where's that book at?
Speakeasies of 1932. It's a really wonderful book we found.
Yeah, Al Hirschfield.
Al Hirschfield, he did a whole book
Oh, yeah.
about speakeasies he used to visit during Prohibition. And
Yeah.
of course, it has his wonderful drawings in there too.
I know he's amazing.
And but it has the history of all of these old New York, Manhattan speakeasies. And it's really, really wonderful. This drink is also in there. But anyway, this is Jimmy, who was one of the head bartenders at Ciro's, wrote all of the recipes down that they used to use at the bar there, and you can buy this on Amazon, I think, has it?
Yeah,
It's a
Amazon.
reprint. A lot of good recipes. This is one of our favorites, the Leroy cocktail. And let's see here. Well, you're going to be making it here, so
Yeah,
I will
let's do
read the
this.
ingredients
All right.
while you
Okay.
add them in here. So this is going to have
Don't tempt me.
brandy, which is just basic. Any medium grade brandy will do for mixing. It doesn't have to be high end like you would use, when you're just drinking it alone.
What brand are you using?
We've got the VSOP. Any VSOP brandy will do. We have E&J here that we're using.
That's Gallo.
Is that a Gallo?
Yeah.
J. Ernest and Julio.
Ah, there you go.
I know my
Something I
liquor.
didn't know.
I know my liquor.
You know your liquor.
Mother Miriam just tried to give me the rest of her Los Angeles cocktail. I normally, you guys know, I rarely finish one because
Right,
I could be in
because-
trouble by the end. But this is so good. But I am not drinking yours.
Well,
You're
good.
not. You're not. Oh, here.
I'm not driving today.
He's also adding. Okay, continuing here.
But I do have a lunch meeting
got-
at 11:45.
You're going to be in a good mood for this. Brandy. He put in a slow gin. There are different slow gins. Hiram Walker makes a slow gin. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little on the sweet side. The one that really should be used is Plymouth Slow Gin, which Plymouth Gin is a wonderful brand. Plymouth Gin itself is wonderful, and they do a slow gin where it's a very high quality gin that they then infuse the sloe berries are soaked in the gin to make their slow gin, and it's a very different flavor. But the Hiram Walker will do. It's just for it's a mixer. So it'll still taste good. He's putting in the orange curacao as well, and the egg yolk, which I don't think he's done yet.
I know, I've already done it.
Okay. He put in an egg yolk there, and again, we're using larger eggs, so we just did one egg yolk for every 2 cocktails. He is putting in Rose's grenadine. Now, usually we want to use pomegranate grenadine, which has real ingredients. Rose's is sugary, but in this case, you want the sugar in this drink. If you use real pomegranate grenadine, it is too sour. The drink is too sour. It needs that sugar content.
And we need
What
some
you need.
heavy cream.
And
Heavy cream.
and if you had a professional bartender teaching you mixology like John, you would know that. You would know the difference between using Rose's
Roses
grenadine.
and pomegranate grenadine, which is readily available now. It's really great. You can even get it sur la table. Yeah.
Back in
Move the
19
microphone so people.
Back in the 1900s, we used to drink slow gin fizz.
Oh, slow gin fizzes. Fizzes are wonderful. It's a whole family of cocktails, and slow gin fizz is very tasty.
That's when we first started to drink.
We did something. Didn't we do something with we talked about slow gin and about the origin of it sometime back.
Yes, exactly.
I remember. I think I told you the story. I had a girlfriend in high school. We went to the prom, Jeannie Hoffenstein, and she told me. She said, "Make sure you get some cherry slow gin." I always thought Well, she told me. I said, "Why is it called slow gin?" And she says, "Because you can drink more of it, and it's slower to hit you." But as it turns out,
it's the slow berries.
It's a slow berry.
It's
I
a
had no
slow
idea.
berry, which gives it the wonderful color, and it gives a really nice flavor. It's sort of this sort of fruity, vaguely fruity flavor, which is really really nice. So we put in cream. We also put in heavy whipping cream, which makes it really, really creamy and delicious.
this one.
And half a teaspoon of lemon juice.
That's right. So it's not going to be too tart this time.
It's not.
That was very tart, but very good. But very tart.
Judge,
And there we go.
Judge Hocho in Sarasota, Florida said it looks like he dumped the yolk in favor of the white.
That's right.
Which did you use?
No,
What did
I
you
used
use?
I used the egg white.
No, you didn't
you
use the
used
yolk
the
because
yolk.
this is actually
Oh,
supposed to be
shoot.
yolk. Very astute viewers there. Yes, it is supposed to have egg yolk.
All right, I will put an egg
And
yolk.
so now we're going to get...
Even I knew that.
That's fine. It'll taste great.
It will.
But in general, yeah, you just want the yolk, not the white. Well, that's okay. There we go.
It's okay.
You know what? And
It's all the talking going around
They
here.
caught you.
and what it
That's right, they
and
did.
all it means is,
Judges
often a
sharp.
lot of these drinks came about because somebody didn't have a certain ingredient and
Right.
it changed the flavor and it turned out good and they named it something else. And this is just how that kind of thing happens. You make a mistake, but it turns out great, and you name it something. A lot of these drinks
John
just have
never
one
makes mistakes.
ingredient difference, and it's
There
a
we
different
go.
name. So
Okay,
here we
shake
go.
it, baby.
Regardless, this is a delicious cocktail, egg yolk or white or both.
He has good muscles with the shaking.
I'm thinking about doing an exercise video on the healthful benefits of mixing drinks.
This is good.
Yeah,
There we go.
Okay,
the arm bend.
Right. And then you can get that washboard look. Get off all that flab.
I already have Mother Miriam.
And you
people
can see
bra-
it. See the color. It's
Oh,
the
that's
grenadine.
beautiful.
What, people
It's
stop
a
you on the
beautiful.
street?
People brag about their 6-pack. I have a 12-pack.
12-pack.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay, this looks good.
And this is how you
And I
got
have
it
extra.
from drinking these
You have
cocktails.
extra?
You know, so,
All you had
So
to do
drink
was
up.
sit and
You
drink
Wait,
wonderful
before I
cocktails.
do-
You really filled this up. Filled this up.
Isn't that
really
beautiful?
We should get some
high.
pictures
Oh,
of
actually,
it.
if there's more
I want
left,
pictures.
let's get another glass and have it over here on display. It's beautiful.
Can you get?
There we
hand
go.
us a glass?
Well, not those ones on top. The ones in
In
there.
the box.
In the box.
In the
A
box
coupe
there.
glass or whatever.
what is this
Just
called?
Cone glass.
This is the Leroy cocktail.
The Leroy
That's fine.
cocktail.
And
That's
all
great.
of these recipes can be found on the Daddy-O's Martinis website.
No,
This is named after one of our listeners. He's in the chat lounge right
Well,
now
there
from
you go.
from Yuba City, California. Leroy.
All right. Well, Leroy, this is your cocktail here, and it is a really tasty one.
That was a lot, made a lot.
This is wonderful.
All right. What are we
Okay.
doing? A photo?
Are we doing? Is this a
op.
photo op?
Okay, to you,
Is this
sweetheart.
a photo op? Okay.
Cheers. You'll.
Now that's good.
It met with her approval.
Taste this, my darling.
Take it from Mother Miriam.
And she's
It's a
drinking at
good
9:25 in the morning.
That's actually pretty good. That's
That's
really
good.
good. All right. In keeping,
But this what?
Mother Miriam's son is watching.
But this 12
Yes.
pack is in the fridge.
I think if I keep
love
drinking
you,
like this, I'll
Fritzy.
be in a fridge soon. It's martiniinthemorning.com. Daddy-O's Martini guys with holiday weekend cocktail ideas on martiniinthemorning.com. Once again, Frank Sinatra. martiniinthemorning.com. Daddy-O's Martinis.
One more thing, just to mention the Leroy cocktail. Now, you
Yes,
were
sir.
noticing just now that I'm tasting them again. We do so many drinks, I forget what these taste like. This is, if you like sweeter cocktails like Mother Miriam, the Leroy is a wonderful
Mother
one.
Miriam's sweet or vinegary?
Sweet.
You
There you
betcha.
go.
Oh,
To
sweet
offset
cocktails.
sweet cocktails.
To
To offset
offset-
the vinegar
Yeah.
within Mother Miriam.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, more, honey, please.
This is great. The Los Angeles is much stronger, smooth but much stronger. You can really taste the alcohol in this. This one, the Leroy is sweet and frothy, and
That-
really great. This is a
That's
great
why
cocktail.
Music Man liked the stronger one because, you know, he attends. He's going to attend meetings soon.
That's right.
Aha.
Moving right along,
And we were
right
talking
along.
about Passover
yes.
and
Yes.
there
Yes.
are kosher
co-
spirits.
Yeah, they're kosher spirits. Liquor.com put out an article about a year, I think it was in December, talking about a growing number of brands have had their spirits certified kosher.
Kosher.
And now many labels not only list alcohol content, but also a tiny U inside of an O, which is the Orthodox Union stamp of approval.
So you look for that on the
Might be
labels,
both.
but there are a number of, it's a growing, I mean, there are more and more spirits that other than wine, I mean...
Like other than Manischewitz.
Right.
Other than Manischewitz, you
Right.
can actually serve these spirits. One of my favorites, number 209 gin, is kosher, and it's fantastic.
Oh, good. That'll make
so
Friday night a party.
It's increased, in the last 10 years, it's increased like 50%.
Oh yeah, so you can go on their website, Union of Orthodox Jews, their website, and you can actually type in like Scotch or bourbon and see which it is.
You can look up the different brands that are kosher.
They have
And
kosher scotch.
Yes, they do.
They
Oh
do.
my
Yeah,
God.
the only thing you can't do if you're going to make it kosher, it can't be aged or finished in a sherry, port, or wine cask. In general,
What does that mean?
anything that's finished. This is how they age spirits, especially Scotch and whiskey. You pour them into used sherry barrels or port or wine casks,
But I don't
and
have
you
a
age
barrel.
them.
Oh.
And this is something that the distiller does before you buy it. This is what goes into making these spirits. We're educating everyone right
We're
here.
going to have a lot of spirits tomorrow night.
The alcohol, in general, it must be made from grain or sugar, and it cannot be produced from grapes.
Really?
Yeah, but there are certain processes that you can make kosher wine, and a grape-based brandy. But in general, you cannot have anything.
Very interesting.
So you can enjoy a Passover dinner without Manischewitz.
That's right.
Thank God.
You can actually
Okay.
you can make these cocktails using kosher spirits, which is really great.
you
Delicious
know
Sour.
that's
Delicious Sour is going to be taking a version of apple brandy called Applejack, which actually
Applejack.
had not been made since the 1800s, and Laird started making it about 10 years ago. Again, reproducing it, and it's used in a lot of old 19th century cocktails. It's great. It's nice. It's not as harsh as the rye.
Did you say old 19th?
Old 19th century
Mother
cocktails
Miriam has tried them all.
from her generation. There you go.
bet your
And
booty.
this is going to take peach flavored brandy, which Hiram Walker puts out a decent brand. Marie Brizard does a higher end version of this, but this will do. It also takes fresh squeezed lime juice, this time an egg white, powdered sugar, and you top it off with soda water, so it's sort of sparkling. And it's very, very tasty. It's served in a goblet. This is a larger cocktail. It's about a 5-ounce cocktail. So you serve it in a goblet. We're using sort of small. These aren't really goblets, but you get the idea with these. The soda water will take up more room in the glass, so a cocktail glass is going to be a little too small for this.
We need a
And you
different
can see
glass?
John here adding in the peach brandy right now.
Yay, John.
And we got the fresh squeezed lime juice is right here.
The two, although one would have been sufficient.
One would have been sufficient, but there you
but
go.
you never know. You guys might want to top off your drinks.
Well, there you go. That's right. Well, this is a good one too. So we could all
Lime
have some of
juice?
this.
Is this the lime
This
juice?
is the lime, is right there.
So just one
And
ounce.
we got 1 ounce of lime juice.
See, 2 ounces. And measuring with a jigger as opposed to pour count
Yes.
is so much better because pour count equals pour.
Really?
Count.
Pour.
I didn't know
Pour.
that.
a
P-O-O.
pour count, because everybody counts at different speeds, so you're not going to get exact measurements. And
Well-
with these kind of cocktails, the exact measurements are what gives it the balance of flavor. And if you over pour on one and then you under pour on another, the two different cocktails are going to taste completely different.
Well, Mark, if you start doing these cocktails and by the fourth cocktail, it really wouldn't matter.
That is true.
Mother
but-
Miriam's already slurring and talking with her mouth full.
Mother Miriam is not slurring. Nor do I have my mouth full.
You did a minute ago.
There
Why
we go.
don't you
And there
just-
goes the powdered sugar.
Why don't
Spitting-
you just be
A
quiet?
Spitting
teaspoon
peeps all
per
over the
drink
microphone.
there.
Just do your thing and shush.
And now we're ready
Just
for the
say,
ice.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Ready for the ice. There's this.
When she
I've
starts,
been told I'm fine.
You know what happens when they say I'm fine, right?
Hi, Leroy.
And there we go.
Leo in Mexico is saying Mother Miriam is not fine.
Leroy is not from Mexico.
No, I said Leo.
Oh.
From Merida in the Yucatan.
Oh, you can't speak either.
Yeah, I can. Merida.
Oh.
That's how it's pronounced.
Okay, but that's that.
Oh, Miriam.
You want me to shake
Here
this, or
we
do you want to
are.
play another
There you
song?
go.
Stay with it,
Have another
Brad.
cup of
Stay
coffee
with
here.
it.
Here we go.
Okay, and
Onto
shake.
muscles.
Shake it.
Yes.
And
shake
once
it,
again, these are
baby.
egg cocktails, so you have to shake them. You have to build muscle and shake your cocktail. You should be doing that anyway, but especially with egg. You have to emulsify the egg in the cocktail. That makes it frothy,
I like strawberries.
and you got to make sure it all is blended there. I see Miriam got another text.
Her daughter is telling her sober up, Mom.
Or giving directions to the nearest AA meeting.
There you go.
No, I think they've already asked me to be a witness at the commitment
He
hearing.
said you always talk with your mouth full. A little respect for your mother, Greg.
You do.
Oh,
And you
shush.
spit on the.
No,
That's why I had to
pour
put
it
the
in.
screen on the
Leave
microphone because you
it
spit on the
so warm.
Pour it in so
microphone.
much so we can top it off.
It's like about a quarter, or about
Oh,
halfway.
no, like 3/4.
What kind of
I
glass?
was just saying,
That's a different kind of glass.
This is a different kind of
don't
glass.
like
These
this
are
one.
supposed to be served in goblets, which
We
are
have
actually
goblets.
larger than these.
Can we
But-
use our martini glasses?
No, they're martini. Those are cocktail glasses.
Oh, sorry.
These are sort of a smaller version of a goblet. Whoops, there we go. This soda hasn't been chilled, that's why it exploded there. But you top it off with soda water. I was just telling John to not fill it all the way up because you do need to top this off here.
What?
And it makes it nice and sparkly, and you can see the wonderful foamy head there that the egg gives it. And look at this. It bubbles
For
right up.
Stephanie.
She said you do
There we
what?
go.
Oh, talk with your mouth full?
I guess so.
There you
Right.
go.
Here, I'll give it to her.
There you go. Pass that over there. This is the delicious sour.
All right.
Delicious sour.
Oh, this is a sour?
Ace. This is a sour, but it's.
I hear a joke
It
coming
is
from Brad when he
delicious.
says sour.
It is delicious, and you can see the egg white there, the foam on the top.
It's we know it's named by named about Mother Miriam's personality.
Delicious sour.
There we go.
It's interesting. It's really subtle.
Mm-hmm. It's a sparkling beverage, which is
I
lighter,
like this.
Yeah, kind
which
of
is lighter, and it's a really good summertime drink. This
This
is very
really good.
Or like
Yeah.
the Collinses are the same way, like a John
Yeah.
Collins or a Tom Collins.
Next, we're doing your favorite egg sour.
Oh
Egg
my
sour.
God.
This is delicious sour that we were just having. We had extras, so we had some more. That's the Leroy.
Finish those, Brad. Don't let them go to waste.
You're
Not on a
behind.
bet. Not on a
You're
bet.
behind.
Whoopie-doo.
You have a meeting after this, so you'll be in good spirits.
Next, we're going to do egg sour, which Brad has tried doing at home, and you were successful. Yes. Yes.
There's one.
This is
it
not
seems
difficult.
like there's one thing I didn't do quite right, but overall, it was really good. Karen didn't like it. I think.
Really?
Well, she's got an issue with citrus.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay.
yeah, so
But this definitely is citrus.
because I really want to make the breakfast martini for her, but that has
That has marmalade and lemon juice.
no,
lemon juice.
Lemon
Yeah,
juice and
that's her.
marmalade.
That's
Yeah.
her issue. All right, it's Daddy-O's Martinis
Yes.
on martininthemorning.com. So we're going to make next the egg sour. John and Mark,
Yes.
Daddy-O's Martinis. We'll be drinking it up. It's Indigo Swing on martininthemorning.com. Wait,
Okay.
martininthemorning.com. All right, so
hard task.
Yes.
the next drink is the egg sour.
This is the egg sour.
And I'll tell you what. Here's
That
what
one.
we're going to do.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Are you going to know the ingredients by the time you finish that delicious
Yes, I
soda?
will.
Okay.
We have. Yeah,
Yes,
I think
I
you
will.
have them too. A copy of them.
We all have them here.
Yeah, don't rely on me for
Brandy,
that.
orange curacao, lemon, powdered sugar, and a whole egg.
And there's some
Very
history about the
basic.
drink too.
There's a what?
History.
History about the drink. Why don't you
Yes.
give that to us, and then
Yes.
we're going to take care of some business, and we'll come back and we'll drink
Yes.
the egg sour. So
Okay.
tell us the history.
Okay, well, it's listed in Jerry Thomas in his famous 1862 Bartender's Guide. Also found an official mixer's manual from 1956, which I have a copy of, by Patrick Gavin Duffy. And the only difference between the recipe is the amount of lemon juice. Jerry Thomas says 3 dashes as opposed to half a lemon in 1956 version. 19th century drinks tended to be much sweeter, hence less lemon juice.
But we're doing a 1956 version with the lemon.
Yes.
Which I think is a lot more balanced.
Yes.
Is this our favorite?
And this is one of
Brad.
Brad's favorite. This is why we ended with this drink.
Thank you.
And it's one he has tried at home.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did, and I have not done the breakfast martini at home, but I have all the ingredients. We're going to try that one.
Oh, very good.
But I really the egg sour, and we talked about this last time you did it. It kind of reminded me of a
Orange Julius.
yeah.
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 Yeah, I love Orange Julius. Yes,
I do
it does.
I used to work at Orange Julius.
It's the egg in the drink. And I think they do use powdered egg in the Orange
They do.
Julius,
I
I,
think so, yeah,
believe, and
yeah.
that's what
I remember
is
making
the-
those.
That's the flavor with the citrus. It's the egg with the citrus
Uh,
It's
that gives it that sense memory.
it's an interesting combination. All right, so the egg sour that's coming up
Yes.
on martiniinthemorning.com.
Welcome to the lounge sound.
Now that's music.
I did it again. Well, I've never used this microphone when we're doing an interview,
okay.
so this is a totally different setup for me. And as Mother Miriam so politely said when I ran the console when she sang last April Fool's Day,
You suck.
we're all texting. Look at these guys.
No, I'm just looking at emails.
Everybody, no one's paying attention to the show. Everybody's
I'm listening,
texting
I'm listening. Just
on
go
their
ahead and talk.
phones. So,
Yeah, we're all
my
listening. You're
goodness.
fascinating.
They can always
Fascinating.
email me for the recipes too.
I love the days when there was, back in the day, there was
Before
no
any of this?
electronic things, and we just all,
Electric tonic.
Electric tonic. There was no electric tonic things
We all
back in
paid
the olden
attention.
times.
no
She
one's
was-
paying attention.
Actually,
She was
at
sitting
its-
in the saloon in Dodge City, and
exactly,
there was a gunfight going
1862.
outside, and
That's
Jerry
right.
Thomas probably served her this drink back in 1862.
I'll bet.
I'll bet.
Yes, he probably
He's
did.
the one that made the blue blazer. Remember, I lit that one on fire.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that
Oh,
was good.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
that
great.
was good.
That was fun.
On fire.
Well, that was okay because we were leaving anyway.
Just burn it
We
down.
were asked to leave, actually.
Oh my!
All right. Give John.
So we're gonna do
give
this
John his
now on the
microphone
air.
back.
We're gonna do this on the air now.
There we go.
Right?
Yes.
And it's got the brandy, the orange curacao, lemon powdered sugar, and a whole egg.
Which I'm about to start.
And he's going to make this right now. And we're going to do this. Well, we've all been drinking all of them, but we're doing it servings for all.
Yeah, you
this
guys are
time.
drinking more than you usually
6.
do.
Well, yeah.
What's the occasion?
The occasion is Easter.
That's right.
And Passover.
Easter and Passover.
We have to pass
and
the
holidays.
matzah.
And the matzah. We have to break the
Matzo.
matzah.
Matzah.
Matzah. It's
Matzah.
matzah.
White bread. Matzah.
Well, what's the difference?
Oui.
Okay, that
Yes.
that soup you tried to get me to eat when I was sick.
matzo
That
ball.
Matzo ball soup.
That-
It's matzo ball soup.
Not softball soup.
mushy softball soup. It's like a big mushy softball in the middle of the soup.
Great. I love matzo ball.
That's
There we
right.
go.
Okay, pay attention.
And
now.
what if we? Yes, pay
Curacao.
attention. There's a curacao. Yes. And it doesn't matter. This time it's the whole egg, so we're not going to make a mistake of egg whites or egg
Who
yolks.
cares? It's near the end. We've
Who
had
cares
5
now?
cocktails.
Oh, and the thing with egg too. It all tastes good anyway. But yes, it's nice to try to adhere to the recipes.
There we go. And,
Okay.
oh, there you go. And I need some lemon juice.
Now you need the lemon juice. That's it right there. Oh, juice of half a lemon.
So it's going to be...
It's about 3/4 ounce, maybe.
Yeah. I'll do 2 ounces.
1, 2.
So
Yeah.
I did 3 in here, so...
Okay.
Or no, actually I did 2, 4, 6. 6 servings.
6 servings?
Yeah.
Is that
we'll
what you
have extra,
did?
yeah.
Well, that's okay.
And
not to worry.
that's important to
You
remember
mother-
how much alcohol you've put
Mother
in the
Mary.
shaker.
So that'll be about
take
2 ounces right there.
There you go. Not to
1,
worry.
2,
It's all good.
Because I did 3, 6. I did 6.
6.
That's good.
1,
Six is
2. I do maybe another ounce. That's a 2 ounce jigger there, and you get about maybe half an ounce per lemon. So there you go, 3 ounces of lemon juice. There we go. It'll be
So
great.
now we just need
It'll
some...
be good. Powdered sugar
Some,
right there in front of you,
there we go. And then some...
and an egg.
Daddy-O's Martini
this-
guys here on martiniinthemorning.com.
See, and this is
2.
live, just like the old days in the 50s when they had live.
3.
Even they couldn't open the
1, 2,
refrigerator.
3. How many? You just put 3 in there. I'm counting because
4.
we have to focus.
We're going to be putting Mother Miriam in the refrigerator after
Just be
this.
quiet.
There we go. Right on.
There we
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
drawers they pull
Good.
out.
Now, an egg.
An egg. How many do you want to put in there?
Let's
Are you
just
going to
say-
put 2?
Yeah,
2
let's
eggs
just-
in there. We're doing how many servings?
Mother Miriam's date just wrote her and said, "Boy, if you're like this when you're drinking."
He can't wait to see me.
There we go. That's going to
There
be...
we go.
Oh, well. We'll make it work.
And here you go.
And you win. That's good.
It's a very full shaker there. There's a lot of servings in that.
Okay.
And this is when having larger shakers on hand comes in handy. If you're doing a party, especially, having some bigger shakers are great.
Handy dandy.
And it's always a party here, so we always bring the biggest shakers. Oh, that's right. The last time,
I had
in fact,
a joke about that. I could
the
see.
last time.
We got a really big shaker right there.
Right there. There we go. Shake, shake,
We
shake.
call her Northridge for short.
Northridge.
You find that amusing? You better be careful. My son is watching. He's going to take you out.
You could say oi. That family in the valley.
Oh, actually, we should talk about glasses again. These are Delmonico glasses.
Okay.
That's a very old term. Delmonico was a very famous restaurant in New York.
Right.
These are sort of short. They're like Collins glasses, but they're a little shorter. These we got actually from IKEA. Six-pack. Yeah. And they're the perfect size for this. It's served in a Delmonico glass. And we're going to do out 4. That's probably going to serve a lot. We're going to have a lot of this. This is going to be great.
We need one for Lauren.
There you go. Oh,
Lauren's
yes.
being grouchy.
Yeah, since she's the last one not drinking.
Oh, you
And
forgot to
here we
play.
go.
You have to play Mark's theme song for this.
Oh, that's right.
We
There
will,
we
we
go.
will.
Get with the program.
There we go.
Get with
There
the
we go.
program. Mother Miriam doesn't know from a program.
There we go. That's
I'm using
Brad's.
that. I'm using that
This is
Philadelphia
mine.
ease.
What's the Philadelphia ease?
No, nobody says that. You don't know from cocktails. You don't know from
You
Jewish.
don't know from.
Oh, you
That's
know
a
what?
don't know
Philadelphia
from-
thing.
How do
You
you
don't know
know?
from-
Were you in Philadelphia too?
I have a lot of
No,
friends who've been.
split this
Well, in fact,
3-4.
Bob Hamilton that just sent that email.
Uh-huh.
Bob was in
okay.
Philadelphia for a long time.
Isn't that interesting?
I gave you
Okay.
just a little bit.
There we
Why?
go. We're cutting you off. She's cutting her off.
Thank you.
We're cutting her off there.
This was my favorite one.
The Easter Bunny is trying to prevent Mother Miriam from seeing pink elephants.
That's right.
I see you. That's enough. Okay. Happy Easter,
There we go.
everyone.
Happy Easter.
Passover.
Happy
Passover, Easter,
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Okay, here we
Shalom.
go. Ah, that's yummy.
Isn't that great? And it's not super sweet, but it's just really nicely balanced. And it's very smooth. The egg makes it really
And
smooth.
that's the egg sour.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Unlike any egg the Easter Bunny ever brought me. And on that note, it's martiniinthemorning.com. It's our Easter celebration with John and Mark from Daddy O's Martinis.